Hey guys, so in this episode we'll be looking at a Samsung fridge which has a 91C error or no power at all, or it's not starting the compressor. So this is for most Samsung fridges. So we have the 4-door model here. So it's got the two freezers at the bottom, and then at the top you've got your other compartments. So you might have yours showing an error code here on the display. It'll say 91C. So to fix that, I'll show you how to go about troubleshooting and getting to the root of the problem. So you're going to need to go to the back of your fridge and pop the cover that's on the back to have a look at your power board. So this fridge comes with 3 boards. So let's have a look at that. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver. Alright, so when you come over to the back of your fridge, you're gonna need to come down about halfway down the fridge. That is where the main boards are, and all the boards that we need to check to troubleshoot any problems with your fridge. So mine, I've removed a cover here that usually covers the boards and protects them from any water damage or anyone just accidentally touching it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws to take out. So you take out 4 screws and then you take out the metal plate that is usually covering this whole thing. So right here we're looking at 3 boards. So you've got, that's your main board that controls like all the other functions on the display and controls most of the stuff on there. Then you've got 2 other boards here. You've got one here that's for the ice maker and other things, and then at the bottom here you've got your inverter. So that one controls your compressors. So this one has 2 compressors, so that controls the inverter. So when you come down there, there's another one here as well that's just for the power, that's your transformer, and it's got other things. So what you're going to need to look at first is, you see these capacitors here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all these capacitors here. First thing you want to do is check to see if there's any ones that are fat and popping out. You notice it if it's like expanded or split, that means that it's no good. It's not working properly. So you'd need to replace the capacitor. But the problem with these is that when the capacitor goes, it also blows some other parts on the way out as well. So what I did with this one, I replaced the capacitors, but then it kept blowing the fuse as well. So you've got 2 fuses on this one. So you've got fuse for this board just there. You can see that. If you zoom in, let's just zoom in and have a look at that. So you've got that fuse there. And then on the bottom one, I'll try my best to get as low as I can so you guys can have a good look. There's also another one just there, just in there, if you can see that. So I bridged mine and it kept blowing them. Another indicator that you need to look at as well, on these power boards, they've got lights that are on them. So you can see that one is red, it means that it's working. And then on the bottom one, it also has another light there that will light up when it's working. So if yours are off, it means that it's not working. So you need to sort that out. So it's a pretty simple fridge to fix, but you need to take your time to troubleshoot what's going on. So I'm going to go over to the boards that I had just to give you an example of what the damage is going to look like and what to watch out for so that you can fix your own fridge. So these boards, likely you'd need to replace this one and then the other one at the bottom. So they've got part numbers on them which you need to quote whenever you're buying them. I'll show you the part number. Alright, zoom in there. So that number that starts with DA41007A2A. So that's the one you'd need to replace. So let's have a look at the board up close and see what can go wrong and what to look for, especially when you want to replace these, so you can fix your fridge. Alright guys, so what you want to look at, we've got one of the boards off the fridge. So this is the inverter. This is what controls your compressors. This compressor is what runs to make your fridge cold. So what you're going to look at, see in mine is this fuse is shot. You can see it's blown to bits. So what usually causes that is, as we were saying, that these, the capacitors, they blow out over time because of heat and just over time. Like this fridge is about 2 years old, just out of warranty. So you might be in the same situation, not to worry. You can probably get one of these boards for about 80 bucks. That's better than buying a new one, because you just replace it and then you're back on your way. So the other things that can blow the fridge, so if you see this one blown, change it. So you need to change both so that you're sure that the other one won't blow the new one. So we've got the other one here, which is what controls your ice maker and your water dispenser. So you can see as well, this one, the fuse was shot, but not as much as the other one. And it's also got a capacitor here, which I replaced first, which was exploding as well. So we need to change that. So these are the things that you need to look at. So remember when I was talking about because when you replace these, when you order these, you need to quote the part number of your board. You can't just rock up to Samsung and say, hey guys, I need a board for my fridge. They'll say, oh yeah. You might give them the model number of your fridge, but that won't help to narrow down which particular board it is, because there's many variants to these fridges depending on the year it's made or the revisions they've made. So you need to look at this number here. As I was saying before, there's a number that you need to quote, which is the part number. So that part number here, you need to quote that. That DA, that number, this number here. So it always starts with a DA41 something. You quote that and then they'll replace that for you. The board, I mean. So, and then on the other one, it also has that number on it. So you just need to look on the board and have a look. This one, it's covered by a sticker, but easy way to tell, it says DA. Here you can see that it says DA 06DA9200459. So you just quote that and get yourself a replacement board. So replace these two and your fridge will be back up and running again. So this will fix most 91C errors or compressor not starting or no power to the fridge. You just need to make sure that you check, just to round it out, check these lights. There's 2 lights on each board, 1 light. Just check to make sure that that light is on, and also check if the fuses are blown. If the fuses are blown, it means there's no power coming to the board. And the other thing you need to check is the capacitors. Check that the capacitors are not blown, and then that way you know that the board is okay. So thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any questions about your models, or if you're unsure what to look at when you're troubleshooting, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to help to walk you through this. Just remember to stay safe whenever you're touching these components. Wear some anti-static gloves and disconnect the power, because we don't want you to get shockies. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, cheers.